What's up, everyone? Welcome to Beta. Damn, my voice cracked.
What's up, everyone?
What's up, everyone? Welcome to Betamax. My name is Fidel. Joining me on this episode is Eddie and Jose.
What's up?
What's up, Eddie?
What's up, liberal?
Oh, dude.
And how was work, homie? So you had to send somebody home?
Yeah, that fool had an allergic reaction or something.
What you know, Jose? I was earlier. He was like, "Well, some people are allergic to work, homie."
It'd be like that, dude.
Damn.
Damn.
What'd you do? Nut on him?
Yeah.
You had a nut allergy?
Damn, dude.
But dude, you should hit the thing.
All right, hold on. Let me see. Where is it at? Okay. Hey, what'd you do? Nut on him?
Was that the boo?
No, I didn't do anything.
You probably have to track down a.
Yeah, no. It's All right, one more time. Hey, what'd you do? Nut on him? My bad. So what happened? He just had an allergic reaction.
Yeah, I nutted on him, dude.
Oh.
Oh god, you're so stupid, dude.
That's what's up.
Yep.
Hey, I listened to that Corbin album.
What'd you think?
I liked it a lot.
It's good, huh?
It's really fucking good.
It is. It's different.
It's a little more upbeat,
Yeah. It's not as dark.
a little more
as the other
dancey,
one. Mm-hmm.
but I liked it. I liked it a lot. I was listening to it on the way over here, actually.
Yeah, it's good, dude. It seems like he's kind of found his footing.
Yeah.
Because I feel like he was kind of experimenting. Like he was like doing like that R&B stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then he went to like that kind of like goth experimental stuff.
Yeah.
And what would you call it now? Like,
It has that like goth, like synthiness to it still.
but it feels more solid, huh? Like
Yeah. Like I said, it's a little more dancey, but
Yeah.
it still has that like depression.
Sad shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, like, would you say maybe something I haven't heard, but like, maybe what is it called? Dark wave-ish?
In a way,
Oh, really?
a little bit. Yeah. I like it though.
Yeah?
I liked it a lot. Yeah.
That's good.
I was like, damn, Eddie likes this shit, but he doesn't listen to R&B.
Well, I don't know. A lot of R&B is cheesy to me, dude. I know that's kind of the point, but
Damn.
I don't know. Like I like Joji, and that's kind of R&B.
grinding. But you don't like 90s R&B.
No, dude. No.
Is it do you think it's the music, or is it like the singing, or like
Is it the
like
lyrics?
what they're saying?
I think the lyrics. I just can't get into it.
No.
Mm-mm.
You've never
But
heard.
then again, like I feel like I only know like the popular '90s R&B songs.
Have you ever heard the song "Separated" by Avant?
Don't think so.
I'll just show you.
I mean,
dude.
I wouldn't know if I by name.
Like,
Maybe.
yeah, it's a dude who like got cheated on. It's from his perspective, and he's talking mad shit. It's hilarious.
Oh, you gotta show me.
It's like thinking, or like, it's like he calls her like a stupid ass. Yeah, like you might like that one.
That sounds tight.
So what do you guys think of the new Turnstile?
I think it's cool.
You like it?
Mm-hmm. I low key want like fuck around, like sample it.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
You haven't heard it yet?
No, I didn't even know
You liked Glow On, right?
I did. Yeah.
Do you remember the songs on there?
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
by name? Like Mystery?
Yeah.
So when I first heard the new song, I like it a lot too. But I was listening to it and I was like, this sounds familiar. Like it kind of sounds like one of their songs they've done already. Just like a different version of it.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody had commented like, fucking hardcore Twitter talking shit already because they used to be a hardcore band and
Oh, yeah.
now they're all like fucking sellouts type of shit.
Good.
But everybody was
No, I'm just kidding. No.
everybody was like, oh, they just made Mystery again. Like what the fuck?
I mean, I feel like that's kind of intentional.
Yeah, because I feel like it would be kind of lame to go back to like just being hardcore again. Like I feel like because that album was like a big deal. It was so like different from everything else they've done, and I don't know. Like I feel like it was just too big to just like they would have kind of been cheating themselves if they just went back to just playing like
Yeah.
you know, their old school stuff.
I also have a feeling that the whole album's not gonna sound like that.
Oh, so it
That's
wasn't
what
a full album?
No, it was just one song.
Just one song.
Oh,
no,
yeah, they should
I like
wait.
where you're going with that. I felt the same way.
I feel like they release this like, okay, look, this is like what you're familiar with. This is what everybody loves, right? Like this is what everybody loves when we blew up. Let's show you something else, or maybe show you like an evolution of what we've
Exactly. Because I mean, that's what I'm saying. It sounds like to me, it seems like it that might be intentional because
Yeah.
like if that works so well, right? Then obviously you want to do you want to like repeat the formula, you know, so that you're giving the listeners something like they're familiar with that you guys both know that they is going to be enjoyed as a way to kind of bring them, keep them on the hook, like still on the line, you know. And
Either way, they're gonna have haters, dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. So, I mean, at this point, they should just do whatever.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I feel like they're totally gonna just like, they're gonna have stuff on there that they're gonna like really, pique the interest of people who enjoy like some of the older like hardcore stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Because they totally didn't like stray away from that.
No,
you know?
it definitely was still like
Yeah.
a heavy album, and
Yeah, like it's kind of like embedded into its like core sound, you know.
Yeah.
But like also, like I like kind of seeing where they're gonna go with like this more, I don't know, experimental stuff. You know, being a little bit more like, like laying their hair down, if you will, to like with creativity.
do you guys listen to Angel Dust at all?
Oh, Angel Dust is sick.
I like
dude.
Angel Dust.
It kind of reminds me of that kind of like where it's like, I would hate, like, I don't know, I can't really call it hardcore, but it kind of is.
Yeah.
It has those elements to it.
I get what you mean.
Yeah, but it's like, it's not, but it's like, it's invented, like you said, like it's there, the skeleton is there, but like all the tissue and the muscle, it's like its own different thing.
Yeah, like I like that you mentioned Angel Dust because they kind of sound like the Vandals in a way, but kind of Turnstile-y, you know? Like they have like this whole like more punk vibe.
Yeah.
But it's dope. So like my cousin is super into Nirvana. And like he's aware of like hardcore and punk and stuff, but he's not something he listens to like me and like you guys and stuff. But he loves Turnstile, and when I showed him Angel Dust, he's like, bro, like this is sick, you know? And so for him, in his mind, he thinks it sounds similar to what he likes about Nirvana, right? Which is like it has like this punk like hardcore like core, but it's really like free with like it's how it expresses itself, you know. It doesn't box itself into being like, oh, these are the parameters in which you write like a punk song or whatever, you know.
And it's catchy.
And it has like the catchiness to it,
Yeah.
you know. And so I feel like bands like this kind of stand out because of it carries that similar kind of like, you know, like they're not boxing themselves into like one particular genre or sound or style, you know. And that's what I think people like about it. That's what I like about it.
How familiar are you with like Baltimore hardcore?
I mean, just enough to like, you know, kind of know what people are like, what bands and like different members in these bands when people are talking about them, but not like I'm not like a lore master or anything.
Because the only bands I know of are like Trapped Under Ice, Turnstile, and Angel Dust, and they all share members. Like it's all.
Yeah.
But I'm bringing it up because I was listening to Trapped Under Ice the other day to a big Kiss Goodnight. Damn, I was stumbling over my
Sick
words.
ass album, dude.
Yeah, I was listening to it and I was like, this is kind of like groovy, like the way Turnstile is groovy. Like I don't the way like you can kind of bounce around to it.
Exactly.
Like it's very similar. And I don't know if that's just because they all share members or it's because it's like a Baltimore Baltimore thing. So I don't know.
I could see that, dude. 'Cause I feel like Justice is like if like you said they share the same members. I feel like did you ever listen to like his solo stuff? Like Cold Mega.
Yeah, I've heard a couple of that. of those
It's
things.
like it's so different. It's like it's not hardcore like at all.
Yeah, it's
dude,
not hardcore at all.
But it's like catchy. Like it's like kind of dancey. So like I feel like they're just like they found like their thing, like where it's like, okay, we can play this like heavy hardcore stuff, but we can also still branch out and not be afraid to like play like other shit that's influenced us, you know?
Yeah.
So like, yeah, like that's what I love about those bands, man. Like, it's funny. Turnstile, like I was never a fan of their earlier stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, because it sounded like POD to me.
Because I would always be bumping Time and Space, the album before Glow On. And now, dude, I was when that album came out, I was saying this band's gonna blow up.
Yeah,
And
for
I would
sure.
have him and Birdie be listening to it, and they're like, "Dude, this sounds like POD to me. I kids can't do it. I can't do it."
Yeah, I don't know.
And then Glow On came out, and look what happened.
Yeah, and I like Glow On, which is funny because like yeah, like I could see why people would hate on the album. I can totally see why, but it's also like I was never into their earlier stuff. Like
Yeah, but like, who's hating on it? I mean, like, are like hardcore purists, like type
Yeah.
people.
the young kids,
Yeah.
dude.
It's mostly like I actually think it's mostly the hardcore purists. It's like, oh, that's not hardcore. Like you're fucking selling out. They're not even a hardcore band anymore.
That sounds super silly.
Yeah.
Because I know like even like Tsunami, like how big they are. I forgot what festival they're playing.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not even like the other like artists that are on there. They're not even like close to being hardcore.
Wasn't it like the When We Were Young festival or some shit? Or the new metal one?
No. It wasn't like a lot of it wasn't even like rock music, dude. It was
Oh, really?
Like, yeah, and I remember I went on. I was like, because I was surprised. I'm like, why the fuck are they on here? And like all the comments are just talking shit. Like their fans talking shit. Like, why the fuck are you doing this sellouts? Like, and I got curious. I'm like, click profile. It's all young kids, dude, talking shit. And I feel like, I mean, there's always gonna be that evolution, dude. Like, you know. But the kids are always gonna want something faster, harder, heavier, and you know,
Niche.
yeah. But yeah, I did think that was crazy. I'm like, damn, are they that big that they're playing a festival like this? I don't remember what it was, but yeah, it wasn't not like,
Tsunami's pretty big.
yeah,
Mhm.
dude, like
Tsunami's
it's
pretty big.
crazy how big they are.
Yeah, even like I was playing WWE 2K24 with Joseph, and like Speed is on there, dude.
Mhm.
And I was listening. I was like, "That sounds."
movie?
I can't remember the name of the song, but it was you know
Was
the
it the
band.
one with the air horn?
No,
The song with the air horn?
no,
flute?
no, not at all. But the song was hard, and I was like, "Who is this?" And I was like, "It kind of reminds me of that band Speed." And then when I looked at like where it says jukebox, and I saw it, and I was like, "Oh, it is."
That's crazy.
I'm like, "Oh, this band." I was like, "Damn!" I was
That's
like,
another band that blew up pretty big too.
"Yeah, dude!" Like out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm. That one I'm kind of surprised too because
They're
I
from
mean,
Australia.
well, that not only
Like,
that,
well, the fact that they blew up here so fast.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
because I feel like Turnstile blew up because of how like out there they are with the music, how they're like kind of experimenting with like a bunch of different stuff. So I feel like it's just easy to kind of just get into and digest and show
Yeah.
people. And I feel like Tsunami got big because of how fucking ignorant they are.
Yeah.
And it's like kids love that shit, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you know, saying like bitch every other word, like they fucking
Calling
kids eat
people
that up.
pussies.
Yeah. But and Speed is kind of like not really either way.
Yeah.
Like so that's just when I'm like, okay, like I can see why they're super catchy, but it's also kind of surprising. But it's funny that you guys that you brought that up. Because I saw a movie finally.
Oh, really?
A Complete Unknown.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, with
Timothy Chalamet, the god?
Yeah.
it's-
Yeah, he plays Bob Dylan.
Timothy Chalamet.
Charmaine?
That's racist, dude.
That's what I thought I heard, dude.
Charlemagne, dude. This guy.
No, how was it?
Dude, I loved it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because I don't know about, like, musician biopics have kind of, like,
No, dude, I'm the same way. Like, I usually hate them, but I liked
They have a
Walk the Line.
corniness to them. Yeah, like Walk the Line. Like
I
what is
liked it. I
Yeah.
enjoyed it. But James Mangold made it, and I'm like, I'm a huge James Mangold fan.
yeah.
What's another like? What else has he done?
Logan.
Logan,
Got
he
it.
did Walk the Line.
Oh, word.
Oh, I didn't know he did Walk the Line.
Oh, that's
Oh,
sick.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, I got to watch this movie now then.
Yeah, dude, because he doesn't portray him as like this like larger than life people. Like he kind of shows them for what they were, and like this movie made me even appreciate Bob Dylan more, just because he like I don't really know much about him.
Yeah.
Like to me, I know a few of his like older like folk songs and I like him. Like I like his older stuff. Are you guys familiar with him at all?
I went through a brief phase like in freshman year where I was like listening to a lot of Bob Dylan, but
Like his folky stuff, or
yeah, more of the
Okay.
folky stuff.
not.
But I know like
No?
I know like the like the hits, if you will, like you know, like Tambourine Man or like Times They Are Changing and stuff.
Yeah. Well, what I like about this biopic and what kind of reminded me of what you said about Turnstile, it's not your typical like biopic where you watch him like grow up as a kid and transition to the artist, and then like him making it big, and then it,
The
like,
struggles.
yeah, it kind of like glances over all that, and it does kind of touch briefly on him like getting big, because when it starts out, he's just kind of like a drifter.
Yeah.
Doesn't really get into his past, and it just shows him. He goes to a hospital to visit Woody Guthrie, and which I was a huge Woody Guthrie fan. Like I loved his folk stuff, but I guess like that was like one of his biggest influences, and that's where it starts off. He meets dude, Edward Norton plays Pete Seeger.
Yeah,
Holy shit,
I heard.
dude!
Yeah.
Really?
It blew my mind, dude.
Really?
Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, it overshadowed fucking Bob Dylan, dude. Like, his character, every time, he just stole every fucking scene he was in.
No shit.
It is, like, when I was watching it, dude, like, I was like, is that fucking Edward Norton, dude? I couldn't, like, I was like, that looks like him, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I had to look it up, dude. And it was.
So did they have to use like prosthetics? Or
I
anything?
think so, because, like, he kind of has, they make him look way older than he is. I know he is older now, but like they give him like a receding hairline, like saggy skin, like, and I think they use like prosthetic teeth, but it looks so fucking realistic, dude. Like it's crazy, but just the way he like, dude, he plays this character so fucking perfect, dude. Like every time he was on, dude, like I was just like, whoa, mesmerized, dude.
Interesting.
Like you guys should just watch it just for his performance, if anything, dude. If it's so tight. But anyways, going back to what I liked, what I was saying about this biopic being different from other ones, it's about his transition from folk music to like blues, rock and roll, and all the hate and backlash that he got for that.
Interesting.
Yeah, and it focuses on that, and like kind of how like.
That's interesting because most of the time you kind of go through like their life and times beginning to end, and they kind of highlight like whatever addictions or personal issues that like are like they get in the way of their career.
Yeah, like
So it doesn't
it shows
sound
them
like,
blowing up, and then they have their fall down.
yeah,
like,
and then like them having to deal with that. Like all of them are like that.
yeah, and no, this one's not like that.
Like
at
that
all,
at
dude.
all.
Like this one, like the only thing he really struggles with is like he hates like kind of being like known as the folk guy, and like it gets to a point where like he like even like refuses like when he plays festivals to play like the hits, because he's just like, no, like I have a new album, like I want to play my new shit, and like you kind of get in his head a little bit, and you kind of understand where he's coming from, but then you have like Edward Norton's character, who's like in charge of putting this big folk festival. I don't remember what the name of the festival was, but there's a scene where Bob Dylan plays, and he plays "Times Are Changing," and it's the first time he plays that song, and he says like, "Oh, this is a new song," and the crowd goes fucking crazy, and you see like Edward Norton's character, like he just smiles like, "Holy shit!" Like this guy is about to change like music forever, and he just like he sees Bob Dylan as like the most important thing to happen to folk music, because that festival is all about like social justice, like equality, anti-war, peace, love. Like that's all like Edward Norton's character cares about. Like he's 100% for that. And he like once Bob Dylan's character starts transitioning into like the more rock and roll stuff, and he starts straying away from the folk stuff, like he kind of was like, oh, dude, like I kind of like am iffy about him playing this festival, because they're here to see folk music. They don't care about that rock and roll stuff. And it doesn't what I love about the filmmaking, it doesn't lead you on to like oh, like you're 100% supportive of Bob Dylan's decision to do that. It kind of like it shows you the good and the bad of both. And like I don't want to give it away, but he Edward Norton's character has like this badass. He gives him like a metaphor about the seesaw and how important he is to folk music with that. And I'm just like, oh, dude, like, and you can tell Bob Dylan's having this struggle. Like, okay, these folks are here to see me play my older acoustic stuff, but I don't want to play that. And you have Johnny Cash's character who's in this movie, and I don't know who plays him, but he does a really good job telling him like fuck them, dude. Like play what you want. Like he tells him like, you know, don't be afraid to track mud on the carpet, you know, and yeah, but Edward Norton's character is like saying like, hey, like you're like important. Like everyone's putting sand in the basket with a spoon, and you bought a fucking shovel. Like this, you can make a big like change. So you have like those two sides kind of like doing this, and then he ends up playing like the rock and roll stuff, and people fucking hate it. They start throwing stuff at him, and they start the people that the owners of the festival, the ones that put everything in charge, they start trying to shut the power off and everything, like just because people are hating it. And then I think he plays like 2 or 3 songs of like that rock and roll stuff, and everyone just fucking hates it. And then Bob Dylan gets off stage and he comes back with just his acoustic guitar, and he plays one last song, and it's All Over Now, Baby Blue. You guys heard that song?
I can't think of it.
It's a great song, dude. It's super. The Animals do a cover of that song. It's fucking awesome, dude. But he plays that song, and it's kind of like the way I saw it was like kind of like a fuck you. I can still do this acoustic shit, and I'm still just like, you know, I can still write like how I used to write, but you know, I want to play my rock and roll shit, but I can still fucking do this shit. Like, I don't have anything to prove to you, but here, I'm gonna show you that I can still do it. And he plays that one last song, everyone like goes crazy, like, oh fuck, like this is so good.
So it kind of like highlights like the struggle of like an artist, like when they're making like going through like these transitional periods creatively.
Yeah, dude, because he gets kind of sick, and like, I think he just gets sick of being like known as that folk guy, and he wants to like, you could see him like start experimenting with different instruments too. Like he's like walking the street on one scene, and he finds like this little whistle thing, and it makes like a stupid noise, but he just gets like a smile, like I'm gonna put this in a fucking song because I can, and they show that. And I don't know what the song is, but yeah, it just shows that he's just kind of like evolving, and he's doing it like in his own terms, you know. And yeah, there's like that inner struggle, because even like the lyrics from like his folky stuff to like the more blues stuff, like it's day and night difference, you know. It's just, and then they talk about that too, like how it's like, you know, like it's not the, you know, this, I guess, the fight for equality stuff, you know, about the anti-war stuff. It's just different, like blues, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I don't know, I just thought it was like a great way to show a biopic, and you see his struggles with like because I didn't even know like his last name really isn't Dylan.
I didn't know that.
It's like Zimmerman or something like that.
Yeah.
And so like, and you it kind of shows you that like he is kind of playing a character, almost like an alter ego, because he's like lying to everyone. Like one of his girlfriends asked him like, who taught you how to learn guitar? And he's like, oh, I learned it at a carnival. This clown named blah 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 taught me. And they kind of mentioned like how like he just kind of keeps telling all these fucking stories, and nobody knows what's true and what's not. And you don't know shit about his past. You don't know like anything about his family. You don't know where he grew up. Like it's so like he just doesn't want anything like to just be like the way his brain works is just like, I don't want to be tied to anything.
Yeah.
I want to be this complete mystery, and it's almost like, I don't know, like it almost seems like he kind of has his head up his ass too, but it's done like in a like I get it kind of way.
Well, he's not being like arrogant.
He's not being arrogant, but it kind of is too. Like,
yeah,
because there's one of his girlfriends. I don't remember her name, but she's a folk artist too, and he ends up like writing a bunch of like original songs, and he ends up letting her release them.
Yeah.
And there's like a scene where he's saying like, "Oh, you're trying too hard," and like he kind of like knows he's the shit when it comes to that. And like even the way he dresses and everything, like he everything was so intentional. Like the way he carried himself, the way his relationships and everything, because he just like didn't give a fuck, dude. And I mean, there's even a point where he's like listening to like the Kinks, and he's like telling them like, "This is the fucking Kinks," like, and they're giving him shit for what he's listening to. And I think he was just kind of like over being like, oh, the acoustic folk guy, you know. But yeah, like it's a pretty short movie. It wasn't that long. I think it's like an hour and a half. So I feel like you guys will enjoy it. Even if you're not a Bob Dylan fan, I feel like it's a good fucking movie. Timothy Chalamet, dude, does a fucking great job, dude. I don't know what they did to his face, but he looks like him.
Yeah.
He's a music nerd too, so
Is he?
yeah, he's a big time music nerd.
That's
And
tight.
yeah, and I was like wondering because Bob Dylan has like a funny voice. So I was wondering like how he's gonna pull that off, and he does a really good job.
Yeah.
And I think all the songs that are in the movie, like that's him singing too.
Who, Timothy Chalamet?
But yeah, dude, Edward Norton's character though, that shit blew me the fuck away, dude.
I had a coworker tell me the same thing.
Dude, it is, yeah, dude, it's crazy. But yeah, it's a good movie, dude. It doesn't overstay its welcome. It's so different, and like it shows you like the struggles of an artist has with like trying to please the people that made him what he is, but also like I want to transition into something new. But you know,
I see how that reminds you of kind of what we're talking about. Like with
Yeah.
Turnstile. That it's like it sounds like it's basically about when that happens in like the career of an artist.
yeah, because it's kind of like showing him like in his prime. You know, it doesn't get to like the later stuff, you know, but
I think it's cool that it shows it like it doesn't highlight how he got there.
no, dude, like it shows him like kind of like getting famous.
Yeah.
And like the little like shows leading up to it, but it kind of glosses over that kind of quickly and just focuses on that main transition era.
That's cool.
It's really cool, and it's shot so fucking like good, dude. Like it looks amazing. And what's her name? She does a good job too. The girl from Neon Demon.
Elle Fanning.
Yeah, she's in it too. She does an amazing job, dude, and like it kind of shows like his I don't know, like his the way he was with like women too. Like he was like not bad, but like he just didn't care, dude. Like he just did not give a fuck about anything. Like he just kind of seemed like a free spirit that just kind of went with the flow. And like it almost like and it was kind of cool because like the way it shows him like writing a lot in the movie, and like, it just feels like everything just came natural to him.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I think you guys should watch it. It's a
What did you
really
watch
good
it on?
movie, and it's on Hulu. Yeah, Hulu.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good, dude. Yeah, even if like I said, I'm not the biggest Bob Dylan fan. I know like a few of the hits, and I like them, but yeah, it's a dude. Like I hate that no one's talking about this movie. Like I feel like it kind of slipped under the radar, but it's really it's really well made. I mean, I didn't never watch the Queen one.
Oh,
but
Bohemian Rhapsody.
I heard bad stuff about it, but
Yeah, I never watched that one either.
yeah,
It's mid.
yeah,
I mean, yeah. Like you know that corny element about biopics that we were talking about.
Yeah.
It's got that. It has to me. It has a lot of that. Like I thought it was. I remember one of the ones that I saw was a Whitney Houston one that came out not too long ago.
A Whitney Houston one?
Yeah, the Whitney Houston one.
I didn't even know they did
And
one.
I thought that one was pretty cool. I think I saw it on Netflix. It might have been a Netflix one. It wasn't like. It didn't seem like it was mad popular. Like at least.
I didn't even know they made one.
Yeah, I thought that one was pretty cool. It didn't have like that. Like. That corniness to it, you know.
yeah. Because I'm telling you, sometimes they make them feel like they're like the like with Queen. Like I feel like they didn't show like the stuff that would made him interesting. You know, like the bad stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like his sex parties, like all that gritty stuff, and it's like that's kind of what you want to see. Like you don't want to see like the godlike figure. Like you want to see like the human side of him. You know.
Yeah, but I can see like how that could be like problematic from like a perspective of like, okay, we want to be careful with like what we release because, you know, if we put too much of this kind of stuff in there, then like, you know, the tainting of like these fucking guys. The one time we leave the garage door open. Gosh,
Fuck it.
fucking tax dollars. I forgot. Thanks a lot, helicopter, motherfucker. I feel like every episode I when I listen back, like I do it at least once.
What?
Like, lose my train of thought while talking.
Maybe.
I do it like at least once an episode.
I don't know. Maybe.
But yeah, you guys should check it out. It's good.
So I wanted to bring up how late 90s, early 2000s teenage culture is represented in movies. Because I watched two movies that kind of take place during that time.
Mm-hmm.
And the way each of them are portrayed this time period is very different.
Interesting.
So, because it kind of reminded me of the movie Mid-90s, which I
Okay.
feel like it's a pretty accurate the way like kids talk during that time, you know, way kids act. Like it was pretty accurate.
Mm-hmm. And the way they looked.
The way they looked, yeah. So, a while, like a couple weeks ago, I want to say, I ended up watching that movie Y2K with Rachel Zegler.
Yeesh.
Though you know who Rachel Zegler is, all right? Snow White. She plays Snow White in the newest Snow White. She's like,
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's Hollywood, baby.
she's like super woke. Well, anyway,
She's a rich, woke, man-hating lady.
yeah, everybody hates her because of her trying to push her agenda on everybody. I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds really stupid.
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought Snow White looked stupid, so that's why I didn't want to watch it. But
Yeah.
But
anyway,
it does.
yeah. Anyway, so this movie Y2K, it takes place during a New Year's Eve party with some teenagers, 1999 to 2000.
It has that kid, huh, from Hunt for Wilder People?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's in it too, and then also one of the kids from It.
The clown?
Yeah.
No, the clown's in it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Well, anyway, it's this New Year's Eve party, and they're like all kind of scared, like, oh, Y2K, like, what's gonna happen? And it turns into a horror movie.
When does it take place?
I'm gonna fucking punch you, homie.
Sorry. Go ahead.
And it turns into a horror movie, like once the countdown hits, and like like computers start taking over
Yeah.
and like killing. It's pretty gruesome. But what kept taking me out is like kids didn't talk like this back then, and like no one. The reason I'm saying that is because nobody says any like homophobic or racist shit. Everybody's like super nice to each other, and like the cliques are very diverse, and it's like it wasn't really like that. Like the late 90s, early 2000s, it was not like that.
I feel like, at least not in California. But no, it wasn't.
I don't know. I just felt like very like safe.
I still feel like it's not even like that. Like
Yeah.
you hear kids talk now, it's not like how it is in the movies. It reminds me so much of like when we were kids.
Yeah.
Like they're worse than I am, dude. I'm like,
Word.
whoa. Yeah.
But yeah, like that part of the movie kept taking me out, and I don't know. It was an okay movie. Like it was pretty gruesome. It was a fun watch, but that aspect of it, I was like it felt like a skit. Like it just felt like a skit, like a
Yeah.
long skit.
I know they played it at the Frida like a couple months ago.
Yeah.
And when they announced it, like of course I read the comments and everyone just talking shit about Zegler.
Really?
And yeah, it's just like it, but I guess like that movie was filmed like 4 years ago
Yeah.
or something like that, and it just now got released.
Really? Any
ye-
particular reason why?
Probably funding, if anything.
Yeah.
Distribution funding,
But
probably.
I think because of the amount of backlash she was getting to, they were kind of like, fuck, like, how do we do this? And I think they regretted it, like, releasing it this late because of that. Because a lot of people were refusing to watch it because of her, which I think is kind of dumb.
Yeah, it is.
Because is she, like, a main character?
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's
she
like
is.
the love interest of the main character.
Okay. Yeah, but I've heard, like, a lot of stuff that it wasn't that funny or, like, good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
forgettable.
Yeah, it was forgettable.
What'd you watch it on?
I think Amazon on Prime. But the other one that I watched takes place in 2008. It's called Didi.
Never heard of
Ever heard of it?
Mm-mm.
About a Taiwanese kid.
Mm-mm.
He's like it's during the summer of him transitioning from junior high to high school. So, and he's like really into skating and just really trying to fit in. But that one felt super realistic, the way they talk.
Yeah.
Like, they're like super mean to each other. And like, he's trying so hard to fit in with like any group of kids that he can. And then like the friends that he does have, he kind of does, he's an awkward kid. And he says shit that makes people uncomfortable. And so he has a friend, they're like, it's not necessarily a double date, but his friend's kind of like a ladies' man. And they're like mini golfing. And then it's him, his friend, and then two girls. And one of the girls looks at him. They call him Wang Wang. I remember why, but they're like, "Oh, why are you so quiet?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm just hanging out." And he's like, "Well, do you have any funny stories? Like your friend has a lot of funny stories." And he's like, "Well, yeah, there is this one story." He starts telling a story, and his friend's like, "Dude, like, don't tell that story. Like, come on." And he's like, "No, it's funny." And then the girl's like, "Now I have to hear the story." And it's just a story of them finding a dead squirrel and fucking with it and accidentally ripping its tail off and like throwing it around. And he thinks it's hilarious. And they're all just looking at him like, what the fuck? And then they're about to leave. And the girl's like, "Oh, my mom's here to pick us up. We're going to like watch a movie and like eat pizza at my house. Like, if you want to come, but there's only room for one more person." And then his friend looks at him. He's like, "All right, I'm down." And he leaves them. And then like they kind of stop being friends, and like he befriends these guys. Like he sees these guys skating outside of a store, and they're older kids. And he goes up to him. He's like, "Oh, like, do you guys need like?" He says, "A filmer." So, "Do you guys need a filmer? I have a video camera." I'm like, "Oh yeah, you know how to do like how to film skating?" And he's like, "Yeah, I do it all the time." And like he doesn't, obviously. Yeah. So he's like starts hanging out with him, and like he starts feeling like accepted, and it's just this shit keeps happening where he kind of ruins it for himself because he keeps lying about like what he's into, and it was a really good movie though.
Yeah,
really good. Like he's kind of ashamed of being Asian for some reason because they ask him like, "Oh, like aren't you like?" They call him what was his name? His actual name in the movie? I think it was Chris. They call him Asian Chris. He's like, "Oh, I'm only half. I'm only half." And then when they meet his mom, and they're like, "Oh, so like, is your dad white?" And the mom's like, "What? No, we're both Taiwanese." And like it was a really good movie. It's kind of sad too, because you feel like you kind of empathize with him, like wanting just to be accepted anywhere, you know. And then he kind of has like this thing with his mom, like, "Oh, like, are you ashamed of me? Like, am I an embarrassment to you?" Because like he has an older sister who goes off to college, and they like the mom talks so highly of her, but doesn't really talk about him like to the friends. And he kind of like, "Oh shit, like, I'm a piece of shit."
and he can't drive.
And he can't drive it. But yeah, they say like there's this one scene, like so his friend like kind of helps him out talking to this girl through text, and like because he started talking on MySpace, and they show like the old MySpace profile.
Oh, yeah.
It was tight, but they like exchange numbers
Like,
and
it looks like legit.
yeah, and
That's
they do
cool.
AOL Instant Messenger and like Live
yeah.
Journal, like
Really?
yeah, it shows all. It looks legit, yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
But he's like his friend like helps him out and sets up a date with him with his crush, and like so they're like at this playground and just sitting at the slide. Dude, he's not talking. He's like super awkward, and she's constantly trying to initiate the conversation.
Yeah,
And like they're eighth graders. Like you could tell they're real eighth grader, ninth graders.
they didn't get a 30-year-old to play them.
No, but so she keeps trying to break the ice because she like legitimately likes him, and she's all like, "Have you ever played? Are you awkward, or is this making you nervous?" And he's like, "No," and she's like, "Okay, we're gonna play right now." And she puts her hand on his shoulder, and he's like, "Is this making you nervous?" And he's like, "No." And she puts she keeps getting like look closer to his crotch, and like it doesn't show it, but she grabs his dick, and he's like, "Oh yeah, no," and he freaks out, and then she kind of like tells her friends making fun of him. Like he freaked out, and he blocks her and whatever, and then like she starts talking to this new guy, and then the guy's like teasing him about it, and he's like, "Hey, like I heard like your date with like I forgot her name, like went pretty well. Is this making you nervous?" And like they start laughing, and then he asks him like, "Oh, are you like part of the, what does he say, like the like fantastic Asian group or something?" And he's like, I guess. He's like, oh, so you are? So you're a fag? And then they all start laughing at him, and he fucking punches him. And like he tries to reconcile with the girl. She's like, but you punched my friend. And he's like, oh, well, I'm sorry. And you got to watch the movie. It's really good.
Yeah.
It's a really good movie.
Is there a newer movie?
It came out last year.
Oh, okay.
This is the one that's called
Didi.
Didi. How's it spelled?
Didi.
Oh, okay. That's how I thought.
Yeah, I saw it. It's on Prime.
Oh, okay.
But that one, super accurate to the time.
Yeah.
The way the kids act, like the way they dress, with the shit they're using, their cell phones, everything. I was
Really?
like, yeah, like this movie could have been made at that time.
Yeah, dude. I feel like it's not hard to pull off like a realistic like 90s or even like early 2000s
Yeah.
kid movie, but it's like I think most people are just afraid to touch it too.
Yeah, 'cause it is kind of hard to show how things were then without being offensive, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like you watch kids now, you know, like,
Oh, dude.
but that's how I remember, like how everyone talked to each other.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like how everyone, you know, but yeah. Everyone has like this like Disney-ish like image of like kids growing up. And it's like, no, it wasn't really like that.
I think I agree with what you said though. How like it's kids still talk that way. It's
Yeah,
just hidden more.
I think it's just because we mature and we like think like, okay, everyone like else, like, because like everyone around me is maturing too. Like all my friends as we get older and like, you know, we're more careful, like the things we say. And like, I think we're just more,
We understand the
thoughtful.
weight. We understand the weight
The
and like the effect.
consequences.
Yes, and the
Yeah,
consequence
we think about
of the
others
words
and-
that are being said.
And I feel like when you're a kid, it's like,
You don't care.
you don't care. And like, especially like at the expense of like making your homies laugh, like you don't give
Yeah.
a fuck. Like you get that like reward, like, damn, I made the funniest joke out of like
Yeah.
everyone, you know?
Yeah, because at the end of the day, like you're a kid. So if like an adult or whatever, you know, like that person's in the wrong
Yeah.
because you're a kid, you know,
Yeah.
regardless of like your conduct. No, that makes sense.
Yeah. And I also think like people like underestimate kids. Like I feel like a lot of kids do have like thick skin. Like
Yeah.
roasting is just like a thing like we all did, you know? And like I loved it, dude, growing up. Like,
It's funny, dude.
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
we still do it
Yeah.
to a certain point now, but yeah, back then it was all the time. We had, what was that game called? Was it Shenanigans?
Oh,
Remember that game?
Shenanigans.
What were the parameters for that again?
It was like somebody would say like, "Oh, I'll do this," whatever. He's like, "Oh, shenanigans." So they had to do it, and if they didn't do it, you got to slap them as hard as you can on their bare ass.
Oh, yeah,
But
that's
if they
right.
did do it, they got to slap you on your bare
Yeah,
ass.
yeah. You're like, oh man, I'll fuck that dude up. And it was like shenanigans.
Yeah.
And you had to go and beat that dude's ass.
You had to,
Yeah.
or accept the slap on your bare ass.
Yeah.
That game was brutal, dude.
The game was brutal.
Oh, dude,
That shit was tight.
Yeah.
that was
Now-
scary.
Yeah. Now I just walk on eggshells around my friends.
We had some pretty brutal games like that.
No, dude, it's funny. I was just thinking about like, my friends are all like maturing around me and stuff, and it's like, yeah, we're not playing Roman candle baseball anymore.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I mean? Like,
But like
that's
I said,
pretty
like,
wild.
Yeah, dude. Like we did a lot of stupid shit, but I mean, and I think there was always a line that we didn't cross because like I think like most of the homies at least like were always still like kind of like they never intended to be like, you know,
Malicious.
Yeah, but, you know, but it was also easier to just kind of like not think about that too, you know. But now it's just like, you know, like I said, you're older and like, you know, when you do have kids, it kind of just like, okay, I don't want that for them, you know, like I want them
Yeah.
to grow up in a safe environment, but at the same time, it's like they're gonna do what they want to do, and like you can only guide them to a certain point, and it's just like,
Yeah, because I know like I'm really bad because like here, you know, the kids hear like how Alexis and I talk, you know, so it's not unusual to hear them like react to it. Like even earlier, remember like I was like, oh shit, and she was like shit,
Yeah.
you know. You know, like
did you already say it?
she went, yeah, dude. There was like a day not long ago where she was just like 2 solid days where she was just like, fuck.
That's tight.
Fuck, what the fuck? Like, and she would look at me in the face and I'd be like, stop saying it. And she'd be like, fuck, you know, to the point where like it became like, it was just a bad day, you know? So she doesn't do it anymore, but like, you know, Alexis and I we'll flip each other off to be funny. And then I caught Joseph, you know, and be like, hey daddy, he's like, you forgot something, you know? Yeah, dude. I think it's funny. So I don't give him a hard time, dude.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
You forgot something?
yeah. So, but like the day of his birthday party that we had here at the house,
Claudia.
For reals.
we were having like a Nerf gun battle,
Claudia.
and I guess he's like, oh daddy, you missed this, like that. And my mom like checked him.
Oh, she saw it.
Yeah.
Oh,
so my
fuck.
mom checked him.
Yeah, she went abuelita on him.
Something like that. And so I just told him, I just reminded him, I was like, hey, remember I told you, dude, like when we're home, like it's different, you know, like you
just
have to
between
be,
me and you, it's
yeah,
fine.
like,
but,
you know,
yeah.
it's an inside joke inside the house kind of thing, you know? And he was like looking at me like, oh shit, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, say, I told you, like other people don't, like they're not, like that's not cool.
Yeah.
So you have to just kind of like know, you have to be aware of your surroundings, dude, you know? But yeah, like, I mean, they learned that shit from me, dude. You know,
Yeah.
Alexis, you know? Like, dude, like the way he'll roast me and Alexis, dude. You know, like, and it's because like that's how we are we're like that to each other, you know? Like just ruthless, you know?
Yeah, dude.
No, but dude, what I find it's weird. Like I don't know, like is the soft A like offensive or not? You know, with like amongst you know dudes who are like in high school and such. Because I like you see it online too, like on TikTok videos or whatever. Like they be dropping the soft A like, and it's like a bunch of Mexican kids or whatever, you know. And it's like I don't know. Doesn't seem like unusual to people, you know. Like it's very commonly said. So I was like, damn, I don't know. Like, is it like...
You're saying soft A like the N-word?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's always been a thing, though. Like, especially with Mexicans, they've always been super comfortable saying it.
Yeah, dude.
Like, always. I've always heard, like, especially growing up in Orlando, dude, I heard that shit all the time.
Wild.
I heard that in Novi a lot. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
They've always been comfortable saying
I always
it.
thought it was weird. I'm like, wait, you're not black, dude? Huh? Like, but... Yeah, dude. Like...
Yeah, that's so weird. You know? I don't know. I mean, but I mean, like, I'm not like...
It's gender neutral, dude.
Yeah.
It's gender neutral. Yeah. Dude.
neutral, dude.
I mean, I'm not going to say it while being recorded.
Yeah, me either. You know what I'm saying? Like...
I am.
No, but I mean, like, I don't know. It's just funny. Like I hear it all the time. Like when I'm out and about, I'm just like,
Yeah.
damn, that's wild. Like,
No, I hear it all the time,
Like, yeah,
too.
like no shame, you know. So it's kind of like, man, is it like not, like, are people like just not offended by that, or I don't know. It's weird. It seems just so like nonchalant, you know. Like our fools getting mad at these people.
I had a black guy call me that the other day when I delivered his package.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I appreciate it. Thanks. And then he said it. I was
said
like,
what?
all right. He said, thanks.
You gotta believe it.
No, I'm not gonna. But yeah, he called. But it felt like a term of endearment. Like it did, dude. Because he said it like being like he sounded nice about it. Like
So you were honored.
yeah, I was like, oh, thanks.
Yeah, a little
Like,
tear come
hell
out your
yeah.
eye, like...
I'm like, hell yeah, I made it. I'm gonna go back and be like, hey, can I say it?
Yeah.
Hell no.
Get my ass
I had a
kicked.
coworker years ago. Every time we would work together, he would just all the time, dude. He would call me that too, and I think he was just so used to saying that word, he would just call everyone that.
Yeah.
But every time, dude, I always because I think we worked like for 2 years, and I never like. After like so long of him doing it, like I never was still like comfortable. Like I always like it always still threw me off guard.
Yeah.
I'm like, this guy, like stop.
We gotta start saying Bina.
Damn, Bina.
Huh.
What's up, Bina?
But I mean, man,
Normalize Bina.
I know. I called someone a beaner the other day, and like, one of the servers was like, "What the hell?" I'm like, she started laughing. I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "I can say it. I'm a beaner."
I remember one time Yaris got mad at me because I said I have wab dad hair.
Wab dad hair. Hell yeah, you do. You know, not anymore.
Wab dad.
What's
Wab?
Wab? Oh,
Yeah.
what is that again?
It's an acronym for whack has beaner.
That's funny, dude.
But it's mainly like used towards like older Mexican men. So
I get it.
That's funny.
but yeah, because I used to always say that. I was like, oh, I have wab dad hair.
Yeah.
When I would let my hair grow, like get all poofy.
Yeah.
And I remember she got mad at me when she heard me say that. She's like, you shouldn't say that. So that's messed up.
Damn.
And she was like, oh, my dad's from Mexico. Like, I was like, damn, all right. My
dude,
bad.
like-
So was mine, but okay.
I remember for the longest time, like I would say retard a lot, and I try to get like out of the habit, and I did eventually. Like I don't say that word.
You just said it right now, though.
But I mean, I stopped. It was like in my normal vocabulary. It was like saying dude.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
you know, somebody's being like, oh, you're being retarded, dude. You're a retard. And eventually, like now when I say it, like I have to like force myself to say it because it's just not in my vocabulary anymore. But I feel weird when I hear someone else say it because I'm like, whoa, like it's still like,
Yeah.
but that's like I said, like it was something that I would say like,
Well, I mean, dude, like, we've all done it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
we've
yeah.
all said these. Like,
Yeah, we've all
things.
said these words.
but like I'm saying, like
Eddie still
I
says
feel
it.
like there's people that like. No, like, but it's weird. I guess if I saw a young person say it, like, I'd be like, okay, whatever. I wouldn't think twice about it. But it's weird hearing people our age still say it.
Yeah.
Like that to me is weird, and I still hear it sometimes from like
Yeah, I hear it all the time
coworkers and
still.
stuff, and I'm like
That's what
yeah.
I mean. Like, because like when it's kids, you know, they're just kids. They don't know better. There's like they're kids. They're repeating the shit that they're hearing in music, dude. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Like, and like on the, you know, TikTok videos and whatnot. So, I get that, you know. But like you're saying, I think you're right. It is more of the people who are like in our age group or like older, you know, that are, you know, they aren't like older dudes that have been saying these things for like their whole lives. But yeah, no, dude, it is kind of weird because I mean, like I don't know, like when I hear it, I'm kind of like, oh shit, like, is there gonna be like a problem right now, you know, between people, like,
Yeah, dude.
you know what I mean? Like, it's about to get mad awkward in front of my kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like when you hear like men, I say men because like they're above 30, and they still say like faggot and stuff. I'm like, but they say it like meaning like in the most like negative way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't mean cigarettes.
No, no, but I mean like I think I mentioned like an episode or two ago like my coworker that wanted her son to wear overalls. and
Overalls,
the dad
yeah.
was like, "Oh no, he looks like a faggot." And I'm like, dude, like I wanted to punch him, dude.
Yeah, see, like that's crazy.
Yeah,
Like, that's a
it's-
crazy thing to say.
And to me, it's like, how do you not shut your boyfriend or husband up like after saying that
Yeah.
shit? You know, like fuck you, dude. Like I don't know. To me, that shit's whack, dude.
Yeah, like it's because now you're not even being funny.
Yeah, it's like you're intentionally using it to put down someone
Yeah.
or like you know, and we all know what he means by that too. Like you know,
Yeah.
it's just like I don't know, dude. To me, like if you're, you know,
It's because that guy is secretly gay. That's
yeah, I
why.
think so, dude.
I'm,
That's why.
dude, insecurity.
That guy is secretly gay and he can't accept it. And he hates the fact that he's gay.
Yeah.
So he has to unleash that hate on everybody else.
Yeah. No, dude, like.
Who's this guy? I'm going to go fuck him right now.
It's me. I did it.
I know I'm not gay because I won't even like it.
Yeah. I don't even like it that much.
Oh, dude.
No, that's what it is. It's an insecurity. It's
100%.
an insecurity. Like, they just can't face the truth that they themselves
One
want the
thing, dude,
dick, homie.
I hate, dude.
Or just like the uncertainty of like not knowing that like what if it does, like what if I do like it, you know what I mean? Like that.
Try it out.
fear.
How
Fucking
did-
find out. Who cares?
How do you guys feel, dude? This is like a pet
Horny.
peeve of mine.
Oh,
No, because it just happened to me.
you just got
was
horny
it
for the first time?
yesterday for the event. I hate when guys, you greet someone, they give you that handshake and they tense up and they squeeze the fuck out of your hand.
Bro.
Like they're fucking like, I'm a fucking man, dude.
Bro.
I do it
dude.
right back to them.
Oh, dude.
Because it's been done to me. I just do it right back.
Yeah.
And
Somebody did
it's
that to
always
me,
like,
dude.
damn, you got a firm grip. I'm like, thanks.
No, dude, like it's so funny. Like there's been times like when I've gone in for like a handshake and just because like I don't know the way that it's just the timing of the whole
And they grab your fingers?
yeah, and I had been the person to grab the other person's fingers, right? If someone does it to me, dude, like literally it's like, oh shit, I timed that wrong. That's my takeaway from that.
Yeah.
But like literally more than one occasion, the other person who I did that to, they're just like, no, we gotta do that again. I'm not like this. Like, I don't shake hands like a bitch or something like that.
That's weird.
And
That's fucking weird.
I think that's
dude.
weird.
Yeah.
Like, what do you have to prove to me?
I don't
who the
know,
fuck am
dude.
I?
No, it's because they're trying to prove it to themselves.
Exactly.
They're
have
trying to
hear
prove
it.
it to themselves. Like, I'm a fucking man. I got to prove that I'm a fucking
I don't know,
word.
man. That's like, there's nothing gayer than trying to like squeeze a man's hand really hard, dude. Like,
There's nothing
Like-
gayer than trying to prove to a man how manly you are.
Yeah, or like,
but and you can just tell,
Just
dude,
kiss me already.
dude. Like, I don't like fucking shaking hands, dude. I don't like it.
You'd rather kiss, huh?
Yeah, dude. So that's gay.
funny.
Dude, no, but yeah, like right off the bat, dude, like I could just tell what type of guy he was just by looking at him, and like sure enough, fucking when I shake his hand, he did that fucking hey man, like fucking
yeah,
over. Like I'm like, dude, there's no need for you to squeeze my fucking.
You know what?
hand that
You know
tight,
what you
dude.
should do? Just be like, ah, just to make him feel better.
Yeah, dude, really
Just make
lean
him feel better.
Oh,
Oh man, just get his ego up.
And just be like,
yeah,
oh,
dude, you gotta.
ah.
yeah,
Or act like you came.
yeah.
Be like, oh, damn, that was firm. Can you do that again?
So that's what happened to your coworker.
Yeah.
Nah, dude, I think it's like even when like with things like that, dude, they make me like it's like I immediately have like an idea of the type of person I'm talking to that I'm dealing with, right? So it's like automatically like now I can't take a lot of what you say to me seriously.
Exactly.
It's like the same thing if
Yeah.
people are like, oh, I've lived on this street for like 30 years or whatever, and it's like, okay, like if you're gonna front load this conversation with your credentials, like I give a fuck, like as if you're trying to control the narrative of the nature or how this conversation works, as in like you're owed more respect or more dignity for having that accolade. And it's like, man, you must really confuse me with someone who gives a shit,
Yeah.
because I don't, like those things are not important to me. Like, so you can be condescending or whatever to me because of this thing. No, like, fuck you, like it's the insecurities, dude.
Yeah, and that's what I hate, dude. I'm like, I don't know. Nothing screams insecurity than trying to like show somebody how much of a man you are.
I know.
Like it's like, look at the grip I have, dude. It's like you're fucking lame, dude.
So
So let's really test it
no,
out.
check this out. So one of the like I remember I went on a trip with Alexis and her family once to like Santa Barbara.
Massachusetts.
No, like to just do so like there was like wineries and stuff, so it was like out there just doing some of those kind of things. We went to like Lompoc, or not Lompoc, or what is it called? It's right outside that area, so Solvang. Like we went Solvang is what I meant. And I remember when we were there was a person that was in like our group, and like at the time when we were eating, we went to some place to eat, and Alexis was paying for like our portion of like what we had consumed at the table, right? And dude, like a person that I have only met this particular day was like, I had something like I would never let the girl pay, like I'll take care of my girl like that, something like that out
He
loud.
told you that?
Yeah, like no, to the table.
Oh.
Like to the table, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And And like I just thought it was so weird. Like really, like who, like this fool doesn't even know me, dude.
Dude,
You know what I mean?
that
Like,
is the
that's
appropriate
crazy.
time to call someone a fag. See, like that.
That's what
That
I'm
is when you should use it.
That's what I'm saying. No, and like so and like and check this out. And these are always the people who have like marital issues, right? So like their relationships are screwy, you know?
Yeah, dude.
They literally they pay so much attention to their own ego to a point where it just overshadows like their ability to see anyone else, you know?
It's because they also see it as like it's not a partnership. It's like I'm the boss and you're my employee type of situation.
Yeah, weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
Yeah, like assigning value to someone off of like, you know, what you can get out of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Like I mean, how is that healthy?
Yeah, that's
like
fucking
how,
weird.
Like how are you expecting to hold like any like true of value like relationships with people?
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. Like I just I it's insecurities, dude. I don't
Just gay, homie.
he
yeah.
probably beats his wife, dude.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Fuck.
Behind
Yeah.
closed doors, you know.
Dude.
Shit's going down.
And I don't know, man. I will, to be funny, tell people like, I was like, damn, homie, your insecurities are showing, and they're like, shut the fuck up, you know? They get mad,
Yeah.
and I'll be like, look, there they are again. I'll point it out, dude. Like dude, like
It's
you
like
can see
the gym bros.
you can,
It's
dude.
the lifted truck drivers. Like
Evan.
it's all like Evan, dude.
Yeah, like big lifted trucks with no dirt on it.
Yeah, dude. Like they
Man,
fucking.
that's not Evan. No, I'm saying that's not Evan. It always has dirt on it.
That's what I'm saying. Like
I love you,
He
Evan.
puts it there.
it's just like he wasn't grinding on his skateboard. He rubbed it on the cup.
I love you, Evan.
Yeah, no, dude. It's funny because like yeah, you can just like close your eyes and picture like who they are.
Yeah.
You know, it's they're not. They're fucking. You know.
Yeah.
They're everywhere. You see them everywhere. You know exactly who they are just by looking at them.
I know. It's whack, dude.
Yeah.
It's whack. And
Yeah, dude.
Kinda
I feel
gay,
like,
dude.
especially the way
Kinda.
the way America is right now, dude. I feel like they're just at their prime, dude. Like this is like
I know.
they're not like scared to be themselves anymore.
Like the kind of dudes who like will share like inspirational videos, but it's like something Andrew Tate is talking about.
Ugh.
Yeah,
yeah.
or it's like a picture of like what's the character from Peaky Blinders or something, or Tom Hardy or like something lame like that, dude.
It's always a dude with his shirt off.
Yeah, dude.
I
I'm like,
mean, I'm not saying anything, you know.
They
like,
want to
dude,
fuck them. That's
dude,
why.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
That's why.
dude, I love motorcycles, but dude, bikers, dude, fall into that category. So many bikers post that fucking super gay, like quotes about like being a man, you know. I can't show feelings, blah blah blah. Like a man doesn't talk about, but he's in his struggles and blah blah blah. Like all this fucking stupid shit, dude. And like I see it all the time, dude. And yeah, like you said, it always has a stupid picture of like some fucking character like that from a stupid show, and I don't know.
Yeah, and then those people have kids, and then those kids like shoot up schools. Like that's
Dude.
that's kind of like
Yeah.
how it seems like at least what you're gonna do to people. You know, you're gonna
Yeah, dude.
you're gonna create these people who are like narcissists. You know, like that. You know, I don't know, dude. I just say like,
I'm like, how do
I don't
you
give a
live,
fuck.
dude? Like you're not having fun. Like
yeah, dude,
being like that 24/7, dude, sucks.
that sounds exhausting.
It does.
For real.
That's probably why they're pissed all the time too. That's probably why they're posting those quotes. Oh man.
That's what's up. So what have you watched, Jose?
I watched something super masculine, dude.
Hell yeah.
The documentary about a Goofy movie.
Oh, is that out already?
Dude.
Is that out already?
Yeah, dude.
Oh shit.
What'd you watch it on?
It's on
Disney
Hulu.
Plus.
Oh yeah, or Disney Plus. Yeah.
Is it? Okay. I need to watch it, dude. That's
Yeah.
my favorite Disney movie.
I know.
I need to.
I'm surprised you haven't watched it yet.
Have you seen
I didn't
the
know it was
fake
out.
one that Donald Glover did on Atlanta?
No.
He dedicated an episode of Atlanta to make it seem like he was doing a documentary about the creation of a Goofy movie.
Who made it?
Childish Gambino, Donald Glover. You know that show
The
Atlanta?
guy from Back to the Future.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
No.
what's his name? Something Glover? No, he plays the dad in Back to the Future.
Crispin Glover.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
No, the guy from Predator.
Is he in Predator?
Oh my god. Do you know the show Atlanta?
Yes.
No, you don't.
Yeah, it has Charles Gambino in it.
Oh my god, you fucking
so
hate you. Well, in the last season, there's an episode. He's not in the episode. It's just supposed to be like the documentary of the making of a Goofy movie. It's all fake, but dude, that shit is fucking hilarious, and it's done very well, like almost believable. But like, because it was funny because when this one was announced, the real one, people were like, "But they already made it," and they posted like screenshots from that episode. But you should watch it. It's like an hour long, but
So it's part of that show, but like it's something you watch separately.
no, it's like just a regular episode, but it's like has nothing to do with the storyline. It almost seems like an outsider type of thing.
Oh, really?
So you
Okay.
can
Yeah.
like not watch anything and just watch that.
Oh,
Yeah, you
so-
could just watch that.
So not interested. So, but it's fictitious.
It's fictitious, yeah.
So like none of the stuff that's in it is
No,
is
it's not real.
Oh, okay. No, this one's cool. You
Yeah.
know, I want to rewatch it just because I was dozing off a little bit like towards the end because I watched it later, and I was just tired.
Yeah.
But no, it's super fun. I love seeing like a lot of like the concepts, like the artwork and like
Dude, I'm
they,
off tomorrow. I know what I'm doing.
bro, it's
Yeah.
cool. It's cool. The way how like well thought out it was, like 100% like a passion project, and like and it was at like a weird time, like when it came out, and the process of like them just because the director, the dude who directed it, that was his first gig as a director because he was an animator at first, but he had always wanted to direct films. I can't remember if he specifically wanted to do animation or if that's just kind of like
What did I
like that ended up happening for him.
Yeah.
I can't recall, but it was his first gig, and like the way he got selected, like it was just, I don't know. It kind of makes it like how like, damn, it's crazy how like all the pieces kind of fell into place to make this movie what it was. No, it was cool.
As much as I love that movie, I don't know like anything to do with like behind the scenes. So I'm interested.
Oh, dude, I love the visuals of it.
Yeah.
Like the way that they would show a lot of like conceptually how the animation was done before it made to like color with backgrounds, but like you're not necessarily seeing each character the way that they look on screen.
Mhm.
It's kind of like they're still working them out,
Like super rough draft.
but like animated in a way. You know what I mean? And you can see like the rough sketches of these like concepts. Pretty cool. Kind of like really kind of change. Like you see like how each character, like when they're first drawn out to like how they kind of evolved to where they ended up like what character was it? I can't remember. The best friend, the chubby fool.
Oh, Pete.
Max's
PJ,
best friend, right?
PJ.
Yeah, the son. Yeah, like kind of how they like the concept of like working out like his look and his flow of a character. Like I don't know, like it was really cool the way that they all kind of just. It was all of their first time, dude. Like everybody who's like it was involved in like just getting it to be brought to life before the actual production element of it. Like it was all a bunch of first timers. Yeah, and it was like so. But they mentioned it was coming out at around the same time where there was a particular guy that they had put like in the head of the animation department who was new to animation and kind of like didn't understand the world too much, but like was trying to like make things happen. And this was like around the time when they were dropping like the Black Cauldron, you know, and then that's when they did the Little Mermaid, and then after that, Beauty and the Beast and Aladdin. So they had that that Renaissance or resurgence period or whatever, and then they they dropped this, and I think they said you'll see it in the documentary that they were specifically looking something that was like kind of around like a father and a son kind of thing, because they didn't really have too much of that in like Disney.
It was always like love.
It was always the
between them.
daughter
Yeah.
and then the Prince Charming kind of thing, you know. So they were trying to, in that process of trying to figure out like how do we come up with like a new thing, you know.
Yeah.
And I guess like at that time, that's when that Goof Troop show was playing, and they thought like, oh man, like there's a lot of material in here, you know, that we could totally just put it onto like long form. And yeah, that's kind of what they did, you know. So like I don't know, I can't remember if there's anybody from the show that was on the actual motion picture, but or the feature film, like they, from what I know, like it was a bunch of people who just kind of went to Cal Arts and
Like
got mad lucky.
voices, or what are you talking about?
The voices,
Animators.
the animators,
the
and like the
animators,
like
okay.
storyboarding, like that pre-production type stuff. Yeah, but the voices, like I think they said that came easy because I mean they got the goofy dude, you know, and then the guy who did like, you know, a lot of the, I can't remember his name. Sterling, I think, something Sterling. He does like the Winnie the Pooh, Pete, you know, does his voice.
Oh, okay.
And
they had two voices for Max too, huh? They had like the one that when he's speaking normal, like, and then the songs are someone else, I think. And then
yeah, I think so. Yeah, but Disney did that a lot at that time though.
mm-hmm.
They did that a lot because if you like in Aladdin, the voice of Aladdin, what's his name?
Aladdin.
Well, different singing voice, right? And they like at that point in time, they were doing like there was a popular like celebrity doing like the speaking, and then a completely different person
Doing
who
the songs.
did doing the music. But like nowadays, they're picking people who do the vocal part, the dialogue, and the singing.
Yeah.
Which makes more sense to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they were told that since I was common practice at the time, but
They had what's his name? Tevin Campbell.
Tevin Campbell do Powerline.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
What happened to him? He kind of just dropped off.
I don't know, bro.
No, but it's cool. You guys would enjoy it, man. It's cool. It's done in a way where it seems kind of like low budget.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I like it. Like it makes it fun.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
a bug
check
flew
that.
up my nose.
Yeah.
I think so.
Oh, you have that like the.
I don't know. Something's bothering me.
Damn, that sucks, dude.
Yeah, whatever. I'm used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bugs flying up your nose.
Yeah. Were you there? I forgot whose house it was. A moth flew into Dorian's ear. We had to take him to the ER.
What
What the heck?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I forgot whose house it was. I think it was like Arnold's house.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
The guy from Predator?
Yeah. Stupid. But yeah, a moth flew into his ear and we couldn't get it out. So they had to
Really?
take him to the ER, yeah.
Dude. I love that fool.
Fuck that fool.
That's
I love
funny,
that fool
dude. A fucking moth, dude.
Yeah, we were just like chilling in the backyard and he was just standing there. He was saying something out of nowhere. He's like, stopped talking and started shaking his head. He's like, what the fuck, man? Fucking stupid ass something flew in my ear. It was a moth.
No way. So like, nobody saw that it was a moth going in?
Going in, no, but when we were trying to get it out, we looked in his ear with like a flashlight and there was a bug in there.
No
It
shit.
was a moth, yeah.
So then you took him to the ER and
I think Arnold or Caesar took him. It's one of those guys.
Julius?
Yes.
no,
Or
like,
salad?
I fucking hate you, homie.
no, you know, like apes together strong.
Oh, okay.
Caesar good, Koba bad. Well, yeah, a moth flew. Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
You weren't there? I could have sworn you were there.
No, wasn't he with you when your car exploded?
Yeah, and he's laughing. And I look back at him and he's like, sorry, man. I laugh when I'm nervous.
Were you pissed?
I was pissed when I called, because I think we had left Jen's apartment, and she's like, "Oh, text me when you guys get home." And I had called her. And I was like, "Guess what just fucking happened?" And I just hear Julio in the background. My camera was in that car.
Oh wow. That's so funny.
Yeah,
Was this camera okay?
I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember.
That's funny, dude.
Damn.
But you enjoyed the documentary though.
I did. I thought it was cool. Like I want to watch it again.
You should watch that Atlanta episode. It's funny.
Yeah, I want to. I
funny,
want to watch
dude.
the show. It's just, man, I'm so busy. Like it's hard for me to just like when I have time, dude. I end up falling asleep, bro. Every time.
It's a good show,
Yeah.
especially
Yeah.
that final season, because yeah, it has like a linear plot, first and second season. Third season kind of does too, but it almost feels like each episode is its own story, like a little mini movie. And I loved it. Like
Interesting.
It's done very well.
How many seasons?
It's only 3.
Oh, that's not bad.
Only 3, and I think each season is maybe like 10 episodes. I think.
Oh,
I
wow.
may be wrong on that, but it's a good show. That show, it was what convinced me like Donald Glover is like an artistic genius.
Interesting. I mean, that guy is pretty, like,
Talented.
yeah, but I mean, not like a genius, like creatively like that,
Yeah.
but not like, how Kanye is,
Yeah.
I'm a lyrical genius. That guy's out of his mind.
Yeah, dude.
And not in a good way.
Yeah.
That guy's wild.
It's just like he's trying really hard.
Yeah.
Fuck that fool.
Did you watch anything else?
No, that's all I really got. Other than that, it's just been like just doing baseball stuff, man. That's in full swing. So, I've been really busy doing that. Yeah. It's mostly like kind of just checking out music too.
Yeah.
Like I liked the new Living Legends album. That one was I didn't even know they were dropping new music. But yeah, getting really into like learning more about different DJs stuff because I'm trying to surround myself with like scratching stuff so I can get just an idea of different techniques and different sounds and stuff and try to incorporate it into like what I'm doing, just so I can get better at it. So I've been kind of busy doing that as well. So not really watching much, and outside of or watching baseball games. And just playing video games with Joseph or wrestling. So like we watch Raw, stuff like that. So, but I mean, I'm enjoying Raw, dude.
Yeah, I've been enjoying Raw too.
Like WWE's been like really cool to watch right now.
Lately, yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like I'm like super into it right now, and I enjoy it because I'm doing it with the kids, and that's awesome. Like the three of like all 4 of us, we'll be just chilling, having a good time with it. Yeah, so that's been something we've been watching a lot. Penta's super cool, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, Penta and then
His brother Phoenix.
and John Cena's heel turn is super sick.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm looking forward to WrestleMania.
Yeah,
That's
I
gonna
am
be
too.
fun, dude.
I am too. It's gonna be sick. Homie.
It's gonna be sick.
The only other album I checked out was the new Scowl album.
Oh yeah.
I really liked it.
Yeah?
I liked it a lot. They're another band that is getting a lot of hate because like
They're switching it up.
They're switching up their sound.
So dumb.
Yeah, and like I really liked the album. I thought it was done very well, and I could see them blowing up after this, like
Yeah.
big time.
Yeah.
Because I mean, they just played the late night with like the Stephen Colbert show
Yeah.
or whatever.
And dude, that was cool.
Yeah, that was cool. I didn't like how it sounded though. It sounded weird.
It kind of sound weird, huh?
It sounded weird. But I think it's because they didn't
Oh
have.
hell yeah.
I think it's because they didn't have like somebody who's familiar on how to like work sound for that type of band.
Maybe, huh?
But
That's tight.
I think the direction they're going is a lot better than what their earlier shit was. Like,
Yeah.
Like when they first came out, like when they were trying to go for like that hardcore punk sound, I didn't think it worked that well. Like it was okay. Like I liked it, but I know a lot of people didn't like it. And then like once they started changing it up and they have more of like an alternative, like almost grunge sound to
Yeah.
them now. I like it a lot.
Me too. I liked how they sounded more recently, like within the last couple of years.
Yeah.
In comparison to the older stuff. But I like their older stuff too, though. Yeah, I think it's weird that people just can't like simply just decide that they don't like the new stuff
Yeah.
and just like be okay with that. You know what I mean? Like they have to make it like a big deal.
Yeah.
That's so weird. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like isn't it like the whole point of being a band? It's just, you know, you put something out and then you have to like continue to put out good things. And
It's all about repeat albums, dude. Over and over and over again.
yeah, but I mean like yeah, like I mean like at some point, like I mean anybody's gonna just run out of ideas, you know? So
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like, I mean, The Locust kind of falls in that too. Daughters falls in that.
yeah, I mean, dude,
I
yeah.
remember when Daughters, the last album they released, which is their best album, I think. Like I remember the singer started posting like screenshots of like people talking shit, and they're like, "Oh, go back to playing 30-second songs." And he's like, "Dude, if you love that album so much, just listen to that album."
The word.
Like,
Yeah,
like
just-
why it's so boring, dude. Like,
yeah, just don't listen to this then. Like it's
Yeah.
obviously not for you, dude.
yeah,
You know, like yeah, the Locust did the same thing, dude.
yeah. Like Soundscapes, everyone just wants that album over and over again. It's
Yeah, I
just
mean,
like,
and Albatross did that when they did like was it the family album or whatever. It wasn't super chaotic, like and screamy. You know, it had more of that like really experimental flow to it.
Yeah.
You know, where you did not know how to kind of categorize the rhythm of it, but it was still like mad experimental and
yeah.
you know,
And like I don't know, like I get it, like, you know, because like there's been bands that I like that like their later stuff I'm like, it's not that great. I like, you know, but it's like I have the older shit to listen to. Like, why am I gonna? Like,
Yeah.
I feel like if they kept releasing the same shit, it's just gonna get boring.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah,
why? Like, you know, if you're not trying to. I think that's how I feel about like cover songs. Like, I hate when people do cover songs and it just sounds the same.
mm-hmm.
Like, I'm like, dude, like.
I agree.
Like I love cover songs, but it's just completely different. Dude.
I like when bands cover songs and then kind of like add their flavor on it.
Yeah.
Like for instance, like Pennywise's cover of Astro Zombies.
I don't think I've ever heard it.
Like, dude, it's just faster and like, dude, it's like way more like energetic, and it's cool because I mean, like it sounds like them, but they're doing a cover, and I was like, oh, that's cool, you know, because it's different, you know.
Yeah.
Like there was I think it was Das Oath had covered Tourette's by Nirvana.
Oh yeah.
And I thought that was really good, dude, because the way that it sounds, because you know the Mark McCoy vocals, man, I feel you when it sounds exactly the same. It's just kind of like I don't know.
Like, what's the point? Like, you know.
Well, I mean, people,
I guess you're trying
yeah,
to.
like well, people like to just play covers. I mean,
Yeah. Well, I mean, live, yeah, but if you're gonna record it, like, you know,
if you're gonna
your flavor in
if
there.
you're gonna record it, kind of make it like your rendition of it.
Yeah, because I mean, live, I totally get it. Like, yeah, that's, you know, you're just trying to like, hey, you know, this is our shit. I'm sure somebody will appreciate it,
Yeah, for sure.
but
How do you feel about Orgy's cover of Blue Monday?
Sick.
I don't know if I've heard that.
I
I know the song, but I don't know if I've ever heard that cover.
Oh, dude, it's fucking awesome.
But I mean, like, what's that band that's like they're pretty big right now? The singer was the drummer of.
Talking to the mic.
The singer was the drummer of. What's that band? I totally lost it right now.
Singer was the drummer.
It starts with the D. Like they always have like beach balls at the shows.
Drain.
Drain. They do the cover of the Descendants cover, and I think it was kind of lame. Like it just sounds the same.
What song? Did they do Hope?
No,
Bikeage?
Good Things or whatever it's called.
I don't know.
I've been
Well-
hearing good things about you.
Oh.
It's a good song, dude. But
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about.
yeah, but it was like, that was, I don't know.
It
there
sounds
wasn't-
just like it.
Yeah, and I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like, there was nothing. Like you're a fucking hardcore band. You could have changed it up so much more.
It's like Blink-182 doing Hope.
Yeah,
It's just faster. You know what I
they
mean?
did it faster.
Yeah. So I mean, like
But
having
then
it.
you have what's that band? Ulcer. Dude, it's one of my favorite covers, dude. Ulcer does a cover of "I Touch Myself."
Dude,
That cover is
I
sick,
think about
dude.
that cover a lot, bro.
What about Throwdown's "Baby Got Back"?
See, dude, like that's sick, dude.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I forgot about that, dude.
I've seen them do it live too.
That's
fucking awesome.
awesome. That's awesome.
I mean,
forgot about
even
that.
like the Locust, they cover was it crossed out Practice Hatred.
Practice hatred.
Like,
yeah.
and it doesn't sound anything like it,
100%.
dude. And I'm just like, dude, that's how it
100%.
should be.
What about Weekend Nachos doing Weezer covers?
See, that one, dude, it's similar, but it's it's so much heavier, dude.
Yeah,
I love it, dude. And the
Weezer
solo,
nachos?
dude, it's like so like I love shitty solos, dude. I love shitty solos, dude. And it like when it's just like super sloppy, dude, I just feel like it adds like something to the song, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. Like I love stuff like that.
that's what's up.
But yeah, dude.
No, I think covers are cool. You know, I like
Yeah.
hearing when people do like their own spin on
But
it.
particularly, yeah, like when it's
Yeah.
like completely different. I love when it's like from a different genre too.
Yeah.
You know, like even like I wasn't like a big fan of it. Like I would never listen to it, but I thought it was interesting, like the punk ghost crunk thing.
Yeah.
Like I thought that was funny, dude. But I was like, that's tight, dude. Like, you know. But
That is tight.
yeah, like I don't know. I wish more bands would do that.
Yeah. We've even thought about doing different covers, but like having it sound like us. Like we've tossed the idea around doing Red by the Locust. Just like without like the noisy stuff. Just because I mean we just don't have stuff to make noise like that. And it's not something we normally incorporate into our set, so I wouldn't know how to mess around with it unless like I brought somebody into the mix who is familiar with it, you know, who can make those sounds.
Yeah.
But you know, just kind of having it sound like us doing it, you know. I've thought the same thing about like Nirvana songs, you know, like what was it?
Well, because me and you have covered Nirvana songs, like just jamming out.
Yeah.
And we've made them like faster. And, like,
Yeah, or like heavier.
yeah. They sound tight.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude. Like it's just like just throw your flavor in there. But like I don't know.
Yeah, because I mean, like you can get yourself like, because if you're the band that just like covers the other like somebody's song, then it's like people want you to play that all the time, and it's like, well, I mean, we have our own songs, you know. It's like if you wanted to go see, you know, like kind of like back in the day. I don't know if you remember. I think it was Bitter End, right?
Mm-hmm.
They used to cover Cro-Mags.
Oh, I don't remember.
They used to cover Cro-Mags all the time, and then they had mentioned it like live once because people kept like yelling it out. Hard times come my way, dun, 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 dun. You know,
Yeah.
they would cover that song, and they were told them like, "Nah, dude, like, go watch Cro-Mags, dude, if you want to hear it." Like,
yeah, they're still playing shows.
yeah, like we're not like they had called it out because people were kept, you know, requesting it. And same thing with, I remember when Trash Talk used to cover Antidote, like something must be done.
Do you remember when
stopped playing it because of
when
that.
Roddy Now used to cover Burning Fight all the time?
They did, huh?
Yeah, when they
Forgot
had
about
Mike on
that.
vocals.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That I feel like that was another one. They would do it like people would want.
Yeah,
to,
people would always just
all
wanna
the
hear
time,
that one,
They just
yeah.
want to hear that. Yeah, and that sucks because I mean, like if you do it and you do a good job and it's fun, then it's like now you're obligated to do it every time.
Yeah.
You know, that way if like you record it and you do your own spin on it, like you never have to play it. At least that's how I would do it.
Yeah. That's what's up.
Yeah. Do you guys listen to anything else new?
Tight.
Nope.
No, I mean just the new Glare record,
Yeah.
which is awesome. The new Scowl. That Corbin album. No, that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, I've just been. Yeah, I just got the Goofy movie documentary, and like, Yeah, dude. I just been DJing at ballparks, dude.
All right, let's just end it there then.
For sure.
Last statement. Stop trying to prove how much of a man you are.
Yeah.
You're a bitch.
Like.